Look at that scene at Madison Square Garden. When you're #1 and you're the best in the world, it doesn't matter where you come from or who you are. Sports fans love greatness. And right now, this is the greatest attraction in boxing, Vasyl Lomachenko. The 30-year-old southpaw, the two-time Olympic gold medalist, the man who is already a 2-division world champion and trying to become the fastest in history to win 3. The fighter of the year, whose last 4 opponents have quit on their stool. And he's the title challenger tonight, up in weight to face the champ. And with a bounce in his step and a shoe shine shuffle with those gloves, Horхе Linares, with that distinctive smile and those leading man looks, who has traveled the world, a life that started in Venezuela as a hopeful young prospect, brought him to Japan, where he was under the tutelage of the legendary promoter Mr. Honda and his Tokyo-based firm. And then the glory rebirth of his career with his second reign as a lightweight world champion. A 15-year pro who has seen it all, done it all, and now, here at 32 years old, after starting his career at 17, comes to the ring to face the very best and try to defend and retain his title. Horхе Linares, the WBA lightweight champion of the world. The most anticipated fight in boxing this year has arrived. And to bring it home, here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for here at the Mecca of boxing, Madison Square Garden, New York City, New York, USA. As International Boxing Hall of Fame promoter, Mr. Bob Arum and his top rank are proud to present the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA and Ring Magazine Lightweight Championship of the World. And it's all brought to you by Geico and sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission, along with the World Boxing Association, WBA President Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, Supervisor George Martinez. The 3 judges scoring this contest will be Julie Letterman, Robin Taylor, and Steve Weisfeld. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee, Ricky Gonzalez. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Boxing fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world live on ESPN, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer, Vasyl Lomachenko, wearing blue trimmed with yellow and weighing in at 134.6 pounds. He's a two-time Olympic gold medal champion, and now as a professional has captured 2 world titles and has a record of 10 victories with 8 wins by knockout, only 1 defeat. He's the former featherweight, former super featherweight world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenger, Dami Господа, from Odessa, Ukraine, Vasyl Lomachenko. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, with his trainer, Carlos Linares, promoted by Taken Promotions and Golden Boy Promotions, wearing black with gold, and officially weighing in at 134.6 pounds. An outstanding professional record consisting of 44 victories, including 27 big wins by knockout, only 3 defeats, undefeated for 5 years. From Barrenas, Venezuela, former super featherweight world champion, the reigning and defending WBA Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, Jorge El Niño de Oro Linares.
The roar at MSG for a fight like this. Put it on the bucket list. Take it in sometime, folks. 2 of the very best. Lomachenko, Linares.
I expect a good, clean fight. Protect yourselves at all times. Obey my commands at all times.
Timothy Bradley, you have been in spots like this before. Your trilogy with Manny Pacquiao, your night of conquering Juan Manuel Marquez. What do you think of early when you have this task in front of you that Jorge Linares is charged with?
Well, once you get in the ring, all that nervousness you had in the locker room leaves you. This is like your home. You have experience. You've been here before. Now it's time to see who's the best fighter in the world is now.
Linares and Lomachenko, round number 1 for the lightweight title.
I want you guys to take your eyes to Loma's front foot, that lead foot. He always tries to get that front foot outside his opponent.
Absolutely critical for a southpaw so that they have the advantage to shoot that straight left hand. There it comes with it as he fires it for the first time.
I wait on that power jab that Linares was talking about.
Linares mentioned that all week long, the power jab.
It's gonna be technical in the beginning. Both guys got to see what one another has.
Linares said, I want to see his timing before I commit to using my power. Another thing, he knows exactly where that foot is because he's been facing a steady diet of southpaws in large measure in preparation for Lomachenko.
He knows where that foot is, but Lomachenko, he changes levels. He gives you different looks. He probes at that jab. He sticks it out there. He makes you believe that just that jab is going to come, and then he comes behind with something else, with another punch, maybe to the body, maybe even to the head.
Interesting you talk about the different levels, Tim, because I would say both guys acquit themselves very, very well, whether it's in, mid, or long range. Of course, there's been much talk about the fact that Linares would prefer to take advantage of the size behind that jab at range. And the chance for Loma have already started up here at MSG.
But you look at Linares' head is staying right in the middle. Look at Loma. He gets that head off a line. Look, just like there. He gets that head off a line. Off the line. That's the firing range there. That's what he does well. He always positions his body out of the firing range. That firing lane, that range, where you can be hit.
Loma came in, tried to place a left hand to the body, and there was a little return fire with a right hand from Linares.
Remember one thing as it pertains to range, Linares has a 3.5-inch advantage. He'd like to keep this on the outside.
You can see across the shoulders as well in that muscular back of Linares. He's just naturally the bigger man. And then you rehydrate after the weigh-in yesterday, and it's so noticeable. Left hand to the body from Lomachenko. End of one.
Ты крутишь влево, надо в другую сторону крутить. Ты понял? Ты показал влево, вправо, за руку. Все нормально, он зажал. Передняя, задняя, надо растянуть его.
Don't lean down. Keep your left hand up. You're doing well. Mr. Honda came over in Japanese and asked him to use that power jab as well. Do the same thing. 1-2 down the middle.
Our ringside reporter Bernardo Osuna translating for us in the corner of Linares.
When I was in camp, things stopped when Mr. Honda, his Japanese promoter and manager, came to watch him spar. The gym was closed for the 9 rounds. And what Mr. Honda did afterward, forget managing, he trained him. And they spent a lot of time on the power jab and power shots in general.
He was promoted exclusively for many years by Mr. Honda, Tokyo-based promotions, and then a co-promotional agreement in 2010 with Golden Boy Promotions. And give Golden Boy, Mr. Honda, as well as Top Rank, a lot of credit for what often doesn't happen in this business. Crossing boxing's business and political lines to make the fight that fans want to see. That's what we have here.
In this case, Mr. Honda was a respected peacemaker, and in essence, a diplomat between the two camps. But why this really happened is because of Jorge Linares. This is what he sees as his signature fight, and he appealed to what's best in Lomachenko to make it happen.
Good combination from Lomachenko. Touched him to the body and then split the guard upstairs.
He appealed to what's best and most honorable in Lomachenko, saying, let's put aside politics. I'll tell my people to make this happen. You tell yours. Instead of using Twitter as a device for cheap provocation, you know, he made it something. He made it a point of honor.
Linares standing at mid-distant range right there. Got clipped with that combination by Loma. Like I told you, sometimes he don't seem like he knows what he's doing in there. Use that jab.
You see those little dance steps from Loma. Greg Bishop from Sports Illustrated, a really interesting piece suggesting he had the best feet in all of sports, better than Federer, Antonio Brown. Really extraordinary.
And remember, the seed that was planted when he was a young man. He started to learn boxing at only 4 years old, his stance, how to throw a punch. Then he was pulled out of boxing to do traditional Ukrainian dance classes. His father, Anatoly, who's by his side to this day, didn't let him return to fight until he was 13. Those Ukrainian dance classes, he says all the time, have paid off with the angles. There's body work now from Linares.
Watch how beautifully he moves to his right, Lomachenko. And, you know, Linares is a pretty slick guy to be throwing punches at air.
Well, Linares is doing well this round, in my opinion.
I agree.
He's hitting Loma with some good shots over the top. He's staying home, and he's returning fire. He knows he's the bigger guy. He has the longer arms. When Loma stays there a little bit too long, you see Linares step to him with combinations.
See, here's the beauty of Loma as defensive prowess that we rave about, like a Mayweather or Pernell Whitaker, a willingness to do that. Good exchange, end of round 2. Vasyl Lomachenko, who won a world title in just his 3rd pro fight, up against the current lightweight world champion, Jorge Linares, who first won a title himself when he was just 21 years old back in 2007. Let's go back to the last round, Tim. Saw that combination from Loma.
Well, this is one way to do it. You step inside, you go to the body against a bigger man. Split the guard there with the uppercut. But how he did it, he stepped on Linares' feet, kept him stand still right there for just a moment, and worked that combination.
It's a Ukrainian dance move.
That's right. And critical. And Tim, you said it right from the start. Watch the front feet of both men. Often an indicator when you see southpaw versus orthodox as to who's having their way.
Watch for a clash of heads, too, because as we know, Linares is susceptible to cuts.
In 8 different fights, he's been cut. Was cut back in January.
Linares just threw an uppercut. That's a punch. That's a secret weapon that he has that I think could be very susceptible that Lomachenko is can get hit with or get caught with. He sometimes comes in the middle. If he can time him perfectly when he's attacking, he can hit him with that uppercut.
Bernardo was just in the corner of Lomachenko. Bernardo, what can you tell us?
Anatoly, his father, is actually quite concerned with the low blows that he sees Linares throwing and the rabbit punches. So he told Vasily, be careful with those 2 things.
Tim, what do you make of that?
I don't see any low blows that he's landed. Have you seen any low blows?
Well, not that Ricky Gonzalez has called out, nor that Lomachenko has shown any effect from. There's been some work to the belt line, but nothing that has strayed beyond that. Here's a split the guard left hand from Lomachenko. Now he gets into the pocket, threw off the combination. Linares gets space on it.
I'm surprised that Linares is actually just standing right in front of him.
Comes in with a right hand against Lomachenko, blocked by the elbow.
Slowly, you're going to see Lomachenko turn it up, find his spots and his moments, and break down that defense of Linares.
Good example of you think he's there, and then all of a sudden he isn't there as Lomachenko goes out to the right. Mark, you said look for that. We see it. There's a left uppercut from Linares. Good body work and a combination from Lomachenko. He landed that left hand just under the right elbow of Jorge Linares.
Loma's starting to turn it up.
And as soon as Linares thinks he knows where he is, he disappears to the right. Lomachenko.
Defensive master, but yet offensive-minded. The best of both worlds. End of 3. Here we are in Midtown Manhattan. And a Venezuelan and a Ukrainian are taking over New York. And everybody can't get enough of it. The Lightweight World Championship, Linares and Lomachenko. Saw a lot of what we always rave about from Lomachenko in that last round. Bernardo was in the corner of Linares after that 3rd round. Bernardo, what are they concerned with?
Well, Rudy Hernandez was telling Jorge Linares, you've got to keep your punches short. Use your uppercut, don't load up, and keep throwing punches up the middle, but you've got to work everything off the jab.
According to CompuBox, he has thrown more punches than Lomachenko. Both fighters landing at 27%. There is the tally.
Loma's getting real busy now, working his combinations up and down, especially with that straight left hand. He changes levels, gets his head out.
Little up jab coming off that right hip, Tim.
He got his head off the line and threw that up jab.
Combination, it included a left hand to the body, and then it finished with a left hand upstairs.
If I was Linares, I would try to push the fight a little bit further out. He's too close. Loma's gonna have his way with him.
I wonder if Linares misses the voice of Ismael Salas, with whom he's 13-0. He went to England to train David Hay. Maybe it was a bigger payday or perhaps a lack of judgment. But Rudy Hernandez is in his corner.
Gonzalez is going to have to separate him. And the warning from the referee to Linares.
Yeah, those were some dirty shots behind the head. That's called rabbit punching. That's illegal. Maybe Linares is getting a little frustrated.
Well, that is one of the questions that is always needed to be answered against Lomachenko. Handling the frustration. Can Linares handle the pressure of Loma's mental warfare with the physical warfare with aplomb? Will he stay cool, stay to the plan as this crowd roars with the angles and moves of Lomachenko?
High pace, moves around a guy. Ooh.
There's a right hand from Linares.
He timed him with that right hand.
That was nice. And right back to the jab is Lomachenko.
Talk about Lomachenko.
Lead right uppercut.
Breaking down his opponents is something he can sense in their beat, in their rhythm. They take some pauses. That's when he pounces.
And there is Bud Crawford, just one row behind us to our left. Training, we've heard, has been unbelievable. In fact, there's been concern said, bring it down, settle in. The champ is ready. He came and visited ringside with you just before this main event, Tim.
Yes, he did. Bud Crawford, one of the best. You know, a lot of people have him #2 on the pound-for-pound list. I've had him #1. Depends on how Loma looks tonight. Loma can get this third world championship. He will be moving the #1 position, in my opinion.
You're biased, Tim.
No.
In some respects, you discovered Bud Crawford in a sparring session, which ended with him really having his way with you for that time.
For now, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter, according to ESPN.com, is in the ring. Lomachenko, round number 5.
Who are you? Who are you? Where'd you come from?
Who are you, Bud?
He goes, Omaha.
I have to mention, size does make a big difference. It does. But only if you use it in the right way. Linares has a 2-inch reach advantage. Linares is physically bigger and stronger. Why doesn't he use that reach advantage? Why doesn't he use that height?
Because
stay on the outside.
Lomachenko's not letting him.
Naturally smaller man is stalking the bigger champion. Tried to come with that right uppercut, and as soon as he does, Loma's in the pocket, return fire with a 2-punch combination from Linares. But look at Lomachenko, comfortable in that hot kitchen. Wrapping up that right arm as Gonzalez will break him. There's an angle, lost his footing for a moment just as he was throwing that left hand. But you see how the angles of Lomachenko can create the offensive opportunity.
Beautiful angles, getting off that line, spinning around his opponent, firing combinations, going down to the body, adjusting his height.
Some blood coming from the nose of the champ, Jorge Linares. And there is a warning for a low blow from Linares. Anatoly was concerned, said Bernardo Osuna.
Linares choosing to stand in mid-distance range, trying to land combinations, and Loma's having his way with him in spots.
Against his own interest, you know, the bigger man wants to be outside in this case.
Yes.
The smaller man wants to be in. And there really is quite a size difference. You could just see it.
Did you see him make Linares miss with that right hand by slipping out to his right hand?
Good combination, and a left hand scores for Lomachenko. Joe Tessitore, Timothy Bradley, Mark Kriegel, Bernardo Osuna, thrilled to be ringside with you here at Madison Square Garden. Sensational finish to that last round for Vasyl Lomachenko.
At the end of the round, Linares looked at him like, you gotta be kidding me, man.
That's exactly what he did.
You gotta be kidding me. You know, Lomachenko went full Matrix.
Just ask him about the Matrix. He'll tell you what he has that others don't.
That's what happens. That's
The
what
red pill and the blue pill.
He said it yesterday. That's what I have that others don't. He is the Matrix with his angles and his ability to still punch off of them. Round number 6 of this title fight.
Linares came back with a little low one of his own.
He is going a little bit low, near the belt line.
I'll tell you, you can start to see swelling, especially around the left eye of Jorge Linares. Discoloration around both, but swelling around the eye. We will watch for that. Good combination from Linares as he landed a left hand. Now remember, he had the warning earlier. Another warning here from Ricky Gonzalez. One more, and it could be a point deduction.
Lomachenko is systematically breaking down Linares. Systematically applying all that pressure. Look at that pressure, man. Dealing with that pressure is no joke. Especially we got punches. Guy gets off the line real quick feet, get around you with shots.
But he talks about music, about beats. When he says, I can feel them discouraged, they're playing to my music.
Yeah, he's...
Good work from Linares. Much of that blocked, but still offensive output. And look at Loma, stepping right to him, landed a left uppercut, and then an overhand right at short distance from only a few inches away. Nearly caught him coming in with a left-handed Linares. Great ability to get away and land a punch of his own. His fan base, Lomachenko, the Ukrainian fan base, has come out in force here at MSG. And I'll tell you this. Listen, they can have the jingoistic fervor. These are boxing fans as well. There are Lomachenko fans that have developed stateside that just want to see him.
Well, I think that the template was cut years ago with Manny Pacquiao. If I told you to say...
Oh! Linares caught him! Lomachenko goes down! What a turn!
Hey, you okay? Step over here.
And now how will Loma react? You never know what's gonna happen.
Great right hand.
A right hand from Linares floors the pound-for-pound best.
Выйдите пробить. Он ждет, он ловит. Все банально просто. А ты ведешься на это. Не надо газовать. Ты же все видишь. Вытащи. Он тебя ловит.
Here it is.
Here it is. Loma walking straight in, getting real overconfident, got clipped with the right hand as he came in. When you come straight down the middle, the firing range, guess what? Linares met him with the right hand, right on the button. That's the southpaw killer. Straight right hand. Boom, right on the chin.
Vasyl Lomachenko, never knocked down as a pro, as Oscar De La Hoya, the promoter of Jorge Linares, can't get enough of it. You've got to go back to the 2007 World Championships as an amateur. He was knocked down once, and it happens tonight now as a pro. Round number 7. The champ's got a little something in him, doesn't he, Mark?
You saw him come out with a lead left hook there. At the end of that round, Lomachenko started really working away from him. We'll see if this can give Linares new life.
Tim, we have said for a long time that Lomachenko is seemingly impervious to overconfidence. Was he too confident there with the way he approached Linares and paying the price?
I think it was a mistake. Yes, I thought he was a little bit overconfident. He walked straight in. That's not like him. And Linares met him with that right hand. So, yes. You see him a little bit more defensive now with his hands up. Now he's been a little bit more patient on his attack. Starting to probe again with that jab. Stick it out there. Changing levels. Linares came out real aggressive. That's what happens. Momentum shift just for a moment.
It's the beauty of this sport.
Adrenaline.
One punch can change everything.
That's
Let's
right.
see what impact it makes here.
The beauty of the sport is no matter how beautiful Lomachenko looks and invulnerable, guess what? He is vulnerable.
ESPN.com's Dan Rayfield sitting ringside has Lomachenko up 57-56 through 6 rounds. Keep in mind, you just had a 10-8 round for Linares in that last round.
Linares just landed another right hand. It was short right hand as Lomachenko stepped in.
Mark Kriegel, you were the one giving warnings earlier tonight. As much as we know of his greatness, as much as we're wowed with the skill, don't sleep on what Linares is and what he's capable of.
Bigger, stronger, longer.
That left hand strayed down there, as Lomachenko pointed out. It hit him on the leg, but Ricky Gonzalez, the referee, was turned. Remember, there's already been 2 warnings to Linares.
He's looking for that point. Lomachenko is. Linares, bigger, stronger, longer. And let's not forget that he is, in fact, the champion at 135.
It's easy to forget when you go through the resume of Lomachenko, but this is a guy in Linares with 44 wins, 27 by knockout, and has the belt. Blocking that uppercut was Lomachenko, then coming in with a right hand to the sternum. Middle rounds have been great, haven't they? Huge crowd at Madison Square Garden for Top Rank Boxing on ESPN. Joe Tessitore, 2-division champion, Timothy Bradley, award-winning boxing writer Mark Kriegel, and Bernardo Osuna with you here to see if Vasyl Lomachenko can make history or if Jorge Linares will keep his belt. Lomachenko was seemingly doing what he always does, in control, with sublime skill. And then one right hand in the 6th round got everybody's attention. It floored Lomachenko. Round number 8, and for the rest of this fight, we are commercial free.
Loma was timed with that right hand. There's spots where you can time him. He comes, brings his head back in the middle, and when he does that, you're able to time him. Great shot by Linares. And it also shows everybody that Loma is real. He's a real person.
Double jab, right, left hand from Loma, then gets back into the pocket with a left. As Linares is tying up those hands for a moment, and Lomachenko fights out of it, comes with the right jab. Right hand tried to split the guard from Linares. Good combination, 1-2 from Linares. And then snapping back that head again is Lomachenko, able to get off the ropes.
One thing Linares talked about that he's not doing too much of is going to the body.
There's a cut. There's a cut over the left eye.
Happens time and time again, and it's a significant one. We'll see how they tend to that. But now, for the 9th fight in his career, he is cut. Jorge Linares cut over the left eye.
Lomachenko's going right after it, too.
He is going after it.
It's his nature, too.
But he's still making a mistake. He's stepping back. His footwork is great, but he does make mistakes with his footwork sometimes.
He caught him with a right hand on that cut. Look at him place that jab. Lomachenko doubling it up. And then puts that right hand on that blood again. He likes that target, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
He became a completely re-energized fighter as soon as he saw that cut.
I would too. When I see blood, that's what I did. You want to attack that eye. Linares still has that punching power.
We saw that with the right hand in the 6th round.
But Loma knows that now. So when he finishes combinations, he puts that left hand up to block that right hand of Linares.
Good solid round for Vasyl Lomachenko. 2 rounds ago, he was down. Now here in the 8th, he opens up a cut over the left eye of Jorge Linares, as we will get a closer look as to what they are dealing with. Rudy Hernandez, the veteran cut man, straight to it.
When he throws punches, you gotta let your hands go. You're just waiting for him to throw. You gotta let your hands go. Let them go. In the last round, you didn't throw any left hands, but it's right there for you. You gotta be first, George. Jorge. You gotta keep moving your head. Go to the body first and then land to the head. Those are the instructions of Rudy Hernandez.
And Bernardo, as you translate, we get that heightened sense of urgency coming from the corner of Linares. As you could see, Rudy Hernandez digging in that adrenaline and applying pressure to that cut above the left eye.
Rudy Hernandez, the brother of Los Angeles legend Chiquinito Hernandez, but also, as far as Linares is concerned, he says, I have the best cut man in the business.
That's good. That's
and
why
he needs him.
He does need him.
Definitely need a good cut man in your corner. Never know when you're gonna get cut.
If you're Linares, it's rather frequently.
Right often. But great instructions from the corner. They told him to stay there. If he's gonna stay there, they need that Linares needs to fire. Take your chances and fire. Throw combinations.
Taking chances is something that the last 4 opponents against Lomachenko were not willing to do. They quit on the stool. Is there a point when Linares may jettison the idea of winning on the outside or winning the way he thought he would and just go for broke against Loma?
The best way to beat Loma is to keep him at the best distance where his power is, to keep him on the end of his jab and the end of his right hand.
When he hit him with that right hand, when he dropped him, he was at distance.
Right.
Loma walked into that shot.
That's correct. He walked in and placed that right hand, timed it perfectly. That was round number 6, but round number 8 had the ebb and flow, swing back towards Lomachenko.
That's it. Loma is the only fighter that I see that likes to hang out in that mid-distance range.
Total power punch is a 112.83 advantage according to CompuBox for Linares. Of course, he had the best power punch of the fight in the 6th round.
No matter what Lomachenko can do, no matter how he can transform himself, red pill, blue pill, he can't make himself bigger and stronger.
He has the body of a natural featherweight, but the skill of name your weight.
Which is why this is such an extraordinary accomplishment if he gets here, just to take the challenge.
Keep in mind what that accomplishment is. Going up in weight, trying to become the fastest in history to become a 3-division world champion. You saw Oscar De La Hoya sitting ringside, cheering on the fighter he promotes in Jorge Linares. Oscar De La Hoya, generationally one of the greats, won his 3rd weight class title in his 22nd pro fight. Lomachenko, if he pulls this off tonight, would do it in 12. That would be the best in history.
A really good round for Linares right now.
Really?
Linares is that, yeah, I think it's a great round for him right now.
Really good round for Rudy Hernandez as well.
Exactly. The cut has held up. Great work by Hernandez.
Jorge es el vecino ganado. Llegamos en un round ganado.
Linares, it was a good combination. That uppercut, a very sneaky punch. Every now and then, Loma likes to sit in the middle. He likes to stay in that mid-distance range. Straight left hand. Loma getting his head outside that jab and throws his left hand down the middle and lands.
Let me go back to that first combination. When was the last time you seen Lomachenko get hit with punches in combination like that?
You got to throw punches against a guy that has defense. The more punches you throw, the more opportunity you're going to have to land on them. If you throw one shot at a time, guess what? You're going to miss that one shot. But if you throw combinations, the 3, the 4, it can land.
Have you seen Loma get hit like that, though?
No. But like I told you, Loma likes to hang out in that mid-distance range. He's real good at getting off the line, but sometimes he makes mistakes by coming back in that firing lane instead of going around.
Good start to this round from the champ. Linares coming forward to open up the 10th round with a 4-punch combination. But then splitting that guard was Lomachenko. Pops that right hand back at him. See Loma trying to work free there as Linares tied up that left hand.
Linares is getting real sneaky. He's throwing that left hook, trying to catch Loma when he comes in.
Jab into the angle from Lomachenko. Didn't come with the left hand behind it. Some more swelling around the eyes of Linares, but that cut is holding together for now.
Each guy has had, in essence, 2 careers. For Lomachenko, it was his amateur and now his professional career. For Linares, after the Sergio Thompson fight, he was ready to quit. That was 13 wins ago.
He talked about the fact of how happy he was to rededicate himself, to make some changes and to have moments like this.
Robert Diaz of Golden Boy told us that Golden Boy wanted to drop him. He insisted, no, the best is yet to come for Linares.
Excellent work on the inside by Lomachenko moments ago.
Then you see Linares step around.
Fires back with the right hand.
Linares pulled a Lomachenko.
Yes, he did.
Once again, that southpaw jab hitting the target of that cut over the left eye of Linares.
This is really high-level stuff.
Unbelievable stuff. Right in the center of the ring, and Linares goes down. Lomachenko scores the knockdown. It's over. It's over. He did it. Lomachenko, the fastest in history to become a 3-division world champ. A nasty left hook to the body has MSG on fire, has Linares down and out, and has Lomachenko and the Ukrainian fans and fight fans throughout this grand arena on their feet. Lomachenko knocks out Linares. You want to see a liver shot from one of the very best? Take us through it, Tim.
There's a Lomachenko landing combinations on Linares. Finds that liver shot as Linares tries to throw that right hand. He found a little spot.
Right there.
Right there underneath the arm.
Left hand
of Linares.
Liver shot, as they say, on the button. Boom. Wow. Good luck surviving that.
Let's remember that he did the best thing you can do in boxing to get there. He got up off the canvas.
Yeah, he did.
Just as you said, Mark, this is high-level stuff. Linares engaged in high-level stuff with the best in the biz, and the end result was, at that singular moment, he couldn't survive it. A devastating left hand to the body has history made at MSG. Here's Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, the end comes as referee Ricky Gonzalez lets the champion is unable to continue. The winner at 2:08 of round number 10, and new WBA Ring Magazine lightweight champion of the world, Vasyl Lomachenko.
Pretty awesome, isn't he? Madison Square Garden, and Lomachenko crowned the new champ. We'll hear from him in moments. Stick around. Incredible night here at Madison Square Garden. Joe Tessitore, Timothy Bradley, Mark Kriegel, Bernardo Osuna ringside. The crowd hasn't left. Everybody's still on their feet, celebrating the great pound-for-pound #1, Vasyl Lomachenko. Boxing history made tonight here in New York. Some of the notables to win in a third division, a weight class. It took De La Hoya, who's ringside tonight, 22 fights. That's a great career to do that. Mayweather, 34. Pacquiao, 41. The record was at 20. Vasyl Lomachenko, now 3 different weight classes, is a world champion in only 12 professional fights. Perspective on greatness, Mark Kriegel.
I defy you to see this combination of elegance and grip. Remember, this is a guy not just with great footwork, but he got off the canvas to do this.
Hollywood storyline to get off the canvas to do it.
There's big risks involved. Guess what? You want to be the best, you got to beat the best. Lomachenko is on the course to being one of the best ever in boxing, in my opinion. 12 fights, 3 world championships, 3 different world weight classes. Unreal.
He's with Bernardo. Let's listen in.
Thank you very much, Joe. Vasily, nobody said it was going to be easy, but now you are the fastest to win 3 division world titles. What does it mean to you to do it in your 12th fight?
I'm happy, I'm very happy, and I wanted to say thank you all fans who come to Madison Square Garden. I want to say thank you, Jorge Linares. He's a great fighter. He gave me one more lesson in the boxing, so thank you.
Round 6, that was a big lesson, that overhand right. Walk me through what happened and how you were able to recover.
I don't know, it's best his punch, right hand, and you know, I know about this punch, but he's good.
Well, then you finished the fight in the 10th round with one of your best punches, that left hook. Describe how you saw the opening and how you were able to finish the fight.
You know, I think about last 3 rounds, and I prepare for last 3 rounds, and I have a exercise from my father, and he told me you need work on the body, so I do this.
2 elite fighters. It was a great fight. It was actually even. You were up on 1 scorecard, down on another, and it was even on the 3rd scorecard. Would you like a rematch?
No problem. You know, I'm ready for anywhere.
All right, now we want to talk to Jorge Linares, who came in here, and we knew you were an elite fighter. This was a fight that you wanted to prove that you were at the elite level. When you dropped him, what were you thinking? ¿Querías demostrar que eres un peleador de élite? ¿Lo demostraste sobre todo en ese 6º asalto? ¿Qué pensaste cuando lo tumbaste con esa derecha?
Bueno, primero que nada, thank you for everybody for coming to this fight. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to Lomachenko. Thank you to his team, to Aaron for Top Rank, Taken Promotion, Golden Boy Promotion. Thank you for good opportunities. So, la verdad que no me sorprendió como realmente pensé que me iba a sorprender con su juego de piernas, con sus golpes en todos lados. Es un boxeador muy bueno, muy bueno. Y la verdad que la pelea se estaba poniendo interesante, pareja, como lo dije al principio. Y tuve la oportunidad de darle knockdown. Y bueno, sí, el primer golpe que recibí abajo lo recibí bien, lo aguanté. Pero sí me sorprendió en el 10º round.
He didn't really surprise me in terms of his speed, but I did recognize the fact that he was moving well, but nothing that I didn't expect. I was able to drop him with that overhand right, and I got myself into this fight. And then he landed a body shot. I was able to withstand the first one, but the second one, it was perfectly landed. ¿Te levantaste? ¿Podías continuar o hizo lo correcto el referee en detenerla?
No, sí podía continuar, pero el referee creo que la paró un poquito adelantada, pero sí me levanté muy tarde. Pero sí podía seguir la pelea. Realmente me sentía bastante bien, que eran unas condiciones excelentes, pero sí me conectó bien. Pero la verdad que lo más que me importaba a mí era seguir trabajando, seguir haciendo mi trabajo. Y bueno, si se me llega a dar la oportunidad, si la gente pide la revancha, me encantaría hacer la revancha, ¿por qué no?
He said, when he landed that body shot, I think I could have continued. I got up late. I did get up late in the count, but I thought I could continue. That was my mission throughout the entire fight. I wanted to stay on my feet. I wanted to finish this fight. So I think the referee was a little premature in that situation. But if the fans want to see it and Vasyl Lomachenko will give me a shot, I would love to have a rematch. Joe, back to you.
What a fun fight. Great job, Bernardo.